Tim, it's the TV.
Oh, it was a dog.
Bad deal, bud. Just a little drink and drink.
Give him the finger. No. Really like jittering on there. It's just the internet. Pretty much, it's just the TVs. I looked it up. It's the TV trying to receive the signal. Because if you look at his is fine. See what I mean? But your computer is also how much? A lot. You know what I mean? Like, that's meant to strain. This isn't really.
No commercials. They're running right now. They could hear.
Can they hear? Double check.
Look, it's halfway up.
I'm going to double check the stream on setting. Go under settings. No, what are you doing? Go under settings. Go to audio. They can hear you.
You're muted.
Move. Don't be slamming shit, dude.
And distributing premium sunflower kernels, oils, gourmet popcorn, and heirloom grain products like corn, flour, and grits. What do they offer? If you're looking for a unique wine experience, check out Burned Out Winery. Founded by a team of siblings who turned their passion for winemaking into a thriving business. They focus on crafting exceptional small batch wines from Moscato to tart cherry and spiced apple to their delightful sangrias. There's something for everyone. Each bottle tells a story, complete with a creative name that reflects their journey. Their wines are not only fantastic, but they're also affordable, making them a great choice for any occasion. You can easily order online at burnedoutwinery.com or connect with them on Facebook. They deliver. Whether you're local or out of state, they'll ship right to your front door. Support this hardworking team and savor the taste of Burned Out Winery. This is Big Sturg with American Whiskey. If you're looking for a unique wine experience, check out Burned Out Winery. Founded by a team of siblings who turned their passion for winemaking into a thriving business. They focus on crafting exceptional small batch wines from Moscato to tart cherry and spiced apple to their delightful sangrias. There's something for everyone. Each bottle tells a story, complete with a creative name that reflects their journey. Their wines are not only fantastic, but they're also affordable, making them a great choice for any occasion. You can easily order online at burnedoutwinery.com or connect with them on Facebook. They deliver. Whether you're local or out of state, they'll ship right to your front door. Support this hardworking team and savor the taste of Burned Out Winery. This is Big Sturg with American Whiskey. They say monsters don't exist. But what if I told you they walk among us in plain sight? Imagine the chill creeping down your spine when you're alone. The unsettling sensation of eyes boring into you from the shadows. Yet, when you turn, nobody is there. Picture yourself in a crowded grocery store, heart racing. as an inexplicable dread clings to you like a dark, dark cloud. Monsters are real. This is American Whiskey, and every Friday we get together for Sip and Solve, where we dive into the bone-chilling tales that remind us of darkness lurks just beneath the surface. All right, guys, welcome back to American Whiskey Sip and Solve. Sorry about the beginning there. We were trying to get commercials rolling, and sometimes technical difficulties happen. We're learning, we're growing and learning.
But we fix them.
We fix them. Big Sturg fixes them. But guys, welcome back to the Sip and Solve. As always, I'm Sturg.
Justice League.
And I'm the peanut.
And today we're going to dive deep into a case that's pretty captivating, and it captivated the nation. And it's the Gabby Petito case.
And Sturge, you hit it big there. It captivated pretty much the entire nation because it was everywhere, whether it was Facebook, TikTok. It was a little bit of everywhere. It's a tragic story that brings up some tough conversations about relationships, mental health, and the media's role in highlighting certain cases over others.
We'll be sipping on some fine wine, some bourbon, even some Bud Light Next.
Bud Light Next, 0 carbs, baby.
0 carbs. While we unreveal this complex case. So grab you a glass, sit back, and let's get started, guys.
He said unreveal. You mean unravel?
Yeah, same thing.
We're going to unreveal this.
Yeah,
So,
we're twisting something.
We are. So to kick some things off, let's set the scene here. Gabby Petito was a 22-year-old beautiful woman who was alongside of her fiancé, Brian Laundrie. And they set out on a road trip to go across the United States of America in July of 2021.
Right. And along this journey, they were documenting throughout social media, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Gabby was sharing her love for travel, the outdoors, and her relationship.
And, it all seems so perfect, but that's the thing about social media. You're only seeing a certain part of it.
You're only seeing the goods.
Yeah. It don't always reflect what reality is.
Yeah. It's like taking a family picture.
Exactly.
Everybody smiles in a family picture unless your name's Hadley. But they left from New York, and the goal was to explore the national parks. They're, super beautiful, amazing landscapes. And who doesn't want to go see a national park? I've never seen one other than I guess Smokies is one, right?
Yeah.
But by late August, Gabby is not heard from.
Right. And that was crazy to her family because she would check in all the time, whether it was FaceTime, text, calls. Yep. She was always in communication. So that's why the timeline is very key. On August 30th was the last time her family received a text. Now, her family is thinking that it was Brian that texted them because it didn't match up to what she would normally say, because all it said was, "We don't get reception here."
Yeah, you were telling me earlier she would have tried
to FaceTime
or a long message.
Yeah. But Brian returned home to Florida on September 1st alone and without Gabby.
Do we know what he said? Like, what was his? I mean, he just said.
So when he returned home, he made it seem like they were trying to extend their road trip. So he was coming to empty out their storage to save money and to sell a few things so they could extend their road trip farther out. So he returned home on both their accounts' money to empty that stuff out, grab supplies, and go back.
Yeah, and that's when alarm bells really started ringing.
Talking your mic.
That's when alarm bells really started ringing. Gabby's family reported her missing on September 11th.
Which is a sad day.
Sad day all around.
The fact that Brian returned in the van without her and didn't mention a thing raised a lot of eyebrows. And, you kind of sit back and you wonder what was going through the parents' minds, his parents' minds, her parents' minds. Like, if I showed up to, like, let's just say Steph and I started traveling the world and or the United States, and I came back with our van without her.
Oh, it'd all be hell.
Like, nobody's going to believe a fucking thing. So you just wonder what was going on and what was going through their minds.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to play?
I did, but I don't have it now.
Okay.
So we'll just keep rolling.
So let's talk about social media's role in the case. Gabby was an influencer.
Listen, there's a bunch of stuff out there. It's just hard to tell what I can play and what I can't. So go on there, look up the case. You'll see a bunch of stuff.
Right. So she was an influencer. Her posts were full of adventures and smiles, but they masked deeper issues.
Right. The contrast between her lively posts and the reality of her situation is striking. It shows how we often project an image that doesn't reflect the truth.
And as her family starts to raise the concerns, the media coverage just explodes. It becomes a nationwide story almost overnight. And what was interesting was the reason I picked this case was because you brought it up a couple weeks ago. You're like, I'd really like to cover that case. And then right when Dylan gets off work, drives here, he sits down and he says, I'm really glad that you picked this case. It was a nationwide story almost overnight, guys. Like this was a crazy case.
Well, and it's like I said, when I sat down and started saying things, like you could follow this live on TikTok. Like there was so much coming out minute by minute, more people coming forward. Like it was just crazy. And that's why we're talking about how fascinating it is, how social media can amplify certain stories while others, like those involving missing persons who aren't white, get overlooked.
Yep.
That's a critical point. Many people highlight the inconsistency in media coverage. Gabby's case received extensive attention,
and while
many others didn't.
Well, and here's what this is the point that I was trying to make when I'm writing this script is like, because she was a pretty white, Florida, influencer, there's a lot of missing people out there. A lot. We're going to cover a lot of them.
Right.
Whether they're, Puerto Rican, African American, Indian, there's a big case where actually I'm still writing it right now about indigenous women. It's huge. You don't hear a lot about it, but they're going missing left and fucking right.
Yeah.
But luckily, this case did gather the national attention. Everybody that goes missing deserves some spotlight to try to figure out what happened to them. So, Peanut, go ahead.
I mean, the public was engaged. Tips were pouring in. But sadly, the search took a tragic turn on September 19th. Her body was found in a remote area of Wyoming, Grand Teton, I believe it says. Teton National Park.
Yes. Sorry, guys. Dylan had to take a work call, so we're going to let him do his thing. But we're going to keep chugging along. So the case ignited discussions about the systematic biases and how missing person cases are reported. It's a harsh reality. We just talked about it, Peanut, on how what's the algorithm? You know what I mean? But this does need to be talked about. And as the search for Gabby intensified, law enforcement became super involved. They used various methods. This included the social media appealing for, information. I know you were just saying, those tips were pouring in.
Yeah. I mean, the tips were pouring in like crazy, and they did extensive searches and this and that, and they just happened to find her. And
you said they found her in Wyoming?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a park, back kind of in a
Grand Teton,
I believe it's
guess.
Teton. I'm not real sure how to pronounce it, but I believe that's the name of it.
But man, it is tough to talk about that. It was a heart-wrenching moment for her family and for the public. The public's watching this. They're hoping for the best, right?
Yeah.
The autopsy confirmed she didn't die from natural causes, guys. She died because she was murdered. She died because of strangulation. And I think this really shook everyone that was involved with this case. And, it raised so many questions about the relationship with Brian and what happened during that trip. Were there signs of trouble that people missed?
Yeah. Speaking of Brian, after Gabby was reported missing, he quickly became a person of interest, but instead of cooperating, trying to find her, or, anything like that, he just vanishes.
And the fact that he returns home alone and then goes missing himself fuels the speculation, right? And it was like a real life mystery unfolding in front of the world, right? We're not talking just Florida. Remember, this is on national television. I was looking for clips to put on here, Philly, and there's national, but not only that, worldwide news networks, Australia, Scotland, where they were covering this case as it's unfolding. And it was really interesting to listen to. Everyone at this point was like, he did it.
Yeah.
Brian did it. Everyone knew that he did it.
And I just wonder if, maybe the national coverage was so much because this van life,
Yeah,
the recording team was such a big thing going on. And it's still going on. People recording themselves.
Living in RVs, vans. Right now, people are doing it in cars and small trucks. But the search for Brian then becomes a media fucking frenzy. The authorities are searching for the Laundrie's family's home. They're going through it. They're trying to find answers. And the public was absolutely desperate for answers.
Yeah, I mean, she had a big following.
She did.
And for her not to come up was just a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, and the search for Brian was extensive. I mean, extensive. With law enforcement and volunteers combing through the vast wilderness of Florida and through the Everglades and all
if
that.
You don't know Florida, I went to on an airboat ride in the Everglades, and that's some shit, man.
Oh, yeah. Gators everywhere.
Yeah. And, you wonder yourself, are we ever going to find them? Did they get ate? What happened? But they spent weeks looking for Brian. And the public becomes increasingly frustrated. How could someone just disappear like that? You would think they'd be parked outside watching for him. How the fuck did he get away?
Yeah, but it was surreal, And then all of a sudden on October 20th, authorities found his remains in a nature reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Along with his body, they discovered a notebook.
And we were just talking about that.
Yeah. And you can actually look it up on the internet, and that they got some stuff in the notebook showing his notebook where he's stuff.
Let's talk about his death.
Yeah. His death was ruled a suicide, which left many unanswered questions, of course. What was in the notebook?
Yeah.
What did he, really write about Gabby? I mean, they put part of it on the thing, but
you can go on the internet and look it up.
It was a pretty good sized notebook, so I'm sure there's a lot of stuff missing.
I kind of wanted that too. Did they hold some shit back? They always keep things away from the public, but it's really truly haunting to even think about it. The whole situation leaves a bitter taste, especially considering the lack of answers. And let's talk about, the conversations around the mental health.
Yeah, which is a lot of what we talk about, the mental health and domestic violence type stuff. May wonder if Brian was struggling with mental health or rather he had underlying issues in their relationship.
And I'm sure when Dylan gets back here, we're going to talk about some things that happened. But, I know you were talking about one of the significant discussions that emerged. Go ahead.
Yeah, one of the significant discussions that emerged from this case was about domestic violence. And
we were talking about that before we got on here, Phil, and
yeah, she called the police during a domestic dispute with Brian prior to her disappearance.
And that incident was pivotal. The police were called, but they ultimately decided not to arrest Brian. They even separated the couple for the night. We were talking about this earlier. thinking, this is going to resolve the situation. Who does that? I think that's, Dylan, it's.
Well, so that's really in law enforcement's field. It's a judgment call because I've seen the statements and everything that those cops have made. Like you said, they separated them. They said it was more of a.
Did you see the body cam?
Yeah, they said it was more of a mental health crisis than
that. I don't think so.
The girl was like crying hysterically.
I think that there should have been more involvement.
There should have been more questions.
Separating the fucking.
There should have definitely been more questions.
That moment in time was the moment in time where they possibly could have prevented what was going to happen in the future.
Right. Well, and that's where the potential danger is alarming because they didn't make that call.
Yeah. And I mean, this case, really highlighted the importance of recognizing the red flags in relationships with, domestic violence and that. Often people don't see the signs until, it's too late.
Right. And I think, like you said, Phil, week in and week out, we tend to bring up mental health, and we're going to continue to do that. It's something that I believe, and I know we believe as a podcast. You can't see Levi over there, but he believes that we all believe it. Mental health plays a huge role in the presence of social media, along with the stress of travel and unresolved issues, can heavily weigh on relationships, and especially social media. Social media is a fucking shit show. If you really think what you're seeing on somebody's Facebook or their TikTok is really what you think's going on in their life,
yeah. I mean, a lot of people,
you're fucking wrong.
They put on the persona,
I mean, if you see
life's great.
I smile on every one of my family pictures, but you don't think my wife and I ever get in a fight?
Right.
But I don't post that on Instagram. Instagram.
You want to be all happy and go lucky for a screen.
Yeah. And that causes, I think that can cause mental problems. That can cause mental health issues.
Right. Because you're acting happy when you're depressed.
Yeah.
It's vital to have open discussions about these topics, which I'm glad we do.
Yeah, we do.
We need to create environments where people feel safe to talk about their struggles.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, since this case, there has been updates on how law enforcement, handles missing person cases and, domestic violence situations. It did raise a lot of red flags. So now, especially with the national coverage, maybe now they take a little closer look at that that situation.
And, I like that. I believe they are going to learn from the mistakes, right? At least we hope so. And that goes into our next part here, Phil. There's a push for better training and resources for these officers to identify and respond to these situations effectively. When you pull someone over or wherever the fuck they were at, and you see this girl, I mean, she was hard to understand in the video.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Is that hysterical?
If it's a mental health problem, separating is not going to help. Let's take her somewhere and figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, maybe she is having a mental break. Well, she doesn't belong sleeping in her van by herself overnight. Yeah. If she's having a mental breakdown, right? If she's having a mental breakdown, she probably needs to go to a hospital, be evaluated, and then put into a mental hospital. But what if that's not the case? Maybe she's fucking being really upset because there's an underlying issue called her fucking boyfriend.
Right.
Clearly it was on him, because who puts their hands around somebody and strangles them to fucking death unless you're a piece of shit?
Well, Sturg, and I just want to add, like I said before, it's a judgment call on some cases, but it was multiple times that police were called on him during this trip. And you can look that stuff up in a database.
Mm-hmm.
The first time was when they were parked on the side of the road and people had to get out because he was slapping her up and down the road.
Right. And that's why they got pulled over, I believe, when she was crying and her face was all red. And then that's the night that they separated.
But before that incident.
So they knew that, though. But my point is, I'm glad you bring that up.
But I want to say this real fast. Before that incident, they actually were asked to leave a restaurant because he was badgering her, yelling at her and stuff in a restaurant. The police were called. Yeah,
but when they were in that van, you said they got pulled over because people were like, they're slapping the fuck. He's slapping the fuck out of her.
Well, no,
when they go to that,
they were already pulled over. People got out and stopped it.
That's what I'm saying. When the cops got there, they knew that.
Yeah.
That's not a
You're
judgment call.
That's what my point was.
I was
Tita.
saying the restaurant.
I understand. No, you were saying law enforcement. It was a judgment call when they separated them. Yes and no. If you have evidence that you're getting your ass fucking beat, the judgment call is you're going to fucking jail. And we're going to go get her somebody to talk to.
Right.
Exactly. And, you know, it's essential to honor Gabby's memory and advocate for changes. We need to ensure that no one else falls victim to similar circumstances.
Yeah, sure do.
That's what I was going to say. It, as tragic as this is, and it will always be, there is some good that came from it, like domestic violence awareness groups. They started gaining a lot of traction to prevent tragedies like this in the future, and it sucks that you have to be reactive and not proactive.
Yeah, and I agree. So, in tonight, you know, I'll explain once we finish up here. But so, as we finish these glasses of whiskey or beers or whatever we're sipping on tonight, whatever you're sipping on, what are you guys sipping on tonight? Let's see that in the comments. We'll talk here after we're done with this case here. But let's remember Gabby and what it means and how important it is to advocate and fucking fight against people, women, men, children, doesn't matter. You know, domestic violence is not okay.
No.
It's never, ever fucking okay. This could have been, my goal for these cases is not to drag them out. I want to make them sweet, short and sweet, get to the fucking point. Tonight's the fucking point. What's tonight's point? Domestic violence. If your sister's getting her ass beaten, you know it, do something. Do something about it. Call law enforcement. Do something about it. If they don't do something about it, go somewhere else and try to, don't fucking stop.
And it's not just, you know, that, you know, where we're located here, you know, is 70 and 75 a major for transporting of humans and, you know, people being kidnapped and violence and this and that. So, I mean, you can see some of the signs and some of the stuff we talk about. And maybe while you're out, if you see some of these signs, maybe us as people can prevent some of this.
I'm going to tell you a story. All right. I am 2 weeks away from what?
Fucking spam guys on our page.
So I'm 2 weeks away from getting married. And we're signing up for, and this might have been a month or two, because we were signing up at Planet Fitness because it was cheap and the wife could get a tanning package. I could lift some weights. And some reason or another, her and I get in an argument in Planet Fitness. I tell her, you need to calm the fuck down. You know, she's getting all bent out of shape. And, you know, she goes to storm off. Well, I go outside and I'm like, babe, like, what's wrong? And she turns around, pretty much tells me, go shove it where it goes. And so she starts to walk off, dude, right down Bechtel. And I'm like, get your fucking ass in the car.
Yeah.
You're not walking down Bechtel. Someone calls the cops. Right. So this guy's like hauling ass. So I pull over in Aldi's parking lot. This guy's over in Walmart and he's watching us. So I was like, fuck it. So we take off. You know, we make up by the time we hit fucking Eagle City.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't want it walking down Bechtel, right? My sister calls and she says, what the fuck did you do? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm not playing games with you. If you put your hands on her, we're going to have problems. I was like, what are you talking about? 3 sheriff cruisers ended up at my parents' house looking for me.
Because someone reported something.
Somebody report. That's what you should have fucking have. That's what should have to happen. Did I do anything? Did I hurt her? No, I did not. It was a simple argument. That's all it was. Somebody thought it was I was being a little tough, I guess.
Yeah.
And they could, dude, if you see that shit, do it.
If it was a bad situation, you could have really.
And she made my wife get on the phone. The sheriff made my wife get on the phone, walk away from me to have the conversation. She's like Steph said, she said, are you safe? Are you okay? She's like, that motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing to me. I will beat his ass. Like, everything's fine. Like, you know, but again, at the time I was pissed. How could somebody do that? But you look back at this case
and you see why.
And I'm like, you know something? It's better to be safe than it is to be sorry, because guess what? They didn't play it safe this night. Those cops, when you said that she was getting slapped over, and you know, those cops were young, right? Those cops don't want to ruin their lives. So they're like, something, separate them for the night. They'll cool off by the morning. They'll hit the road and everything's going to be good. But it sounds like there's more than just this one incident.
But at the end of the day, they could have still charged him.
Right.
And 100%, it is her right to drop charges. But they could have still charged him and held him overnight to maybe prevent this.
Levi, do you know this case much? You don't? I'm surprised by that. Because this wasn't that, it was only 2021.
Yeah.
And it was huge on
huge
social
one.
media.
Huge.
Do you have anything you want to add, buddy?
I got this.
So you got a mic
no,
now.
I have absolutely no clue.
No clue. This is our producer.
Yeah.
This is our buddy. He's in
needs to
training.
Clue in and
He's in training.
check some of the stuff before.
It's all right. I ripped his ass. He's mad at me.
He's
No,
always.
I
He's
gotta
always
deal with you tomorrow.
He's always
Sure.
mad.
And
Do you have anything you want to add to domestic violence, boss? Like, even when you were in high school, you guys saw it when you were in high school, boys and girls dating, or boys and girls, it doesn't matter. You see it then.
right.
You see dirt bags then. Like, you're like, when he gets older, he's probably going to be a piece of shit.
Right. I think everyone said that.
I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of, became a norm in America, which it should never have been.
Is Lee Frazier? Who's that? That's a new listener.
I believe so.
Lee, I agree. Did you read his comment, Phil?
Oh, I ain't got my glasses.
Oh, yes.
Both my son-in-laws know I will go to prison behind idiots messing with my girls.
Oh,
I got
exactly.
4 daughters. 3 daughters, sorry. My son's not a daughter. 3 daughters. And I'm telling you right now.
I think any one of us sitting here would go to prison for
and
any of them.
Dude, I know. All I got to do is call the boys here. We're fucking going to.
I just want to throw this out there, too. What makes me very irate about this case is his parents knew.
Oh, for sure.
And this is for both of you. If you figured out your son did something like this, one, you guys would beat them up and down the sidewalk to no end, but you would turn them in.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
You're not going to help him hide.
if any
No,
one of
fuck
my
that.
kids would have done something like
You're
this,
talking about like if Ryan
They
would have
would-
done that?
Yeah.
they would be begging,
You would have beat the shit out of him before you called the cops,
They would
but you
be-
would have called him.
He might end
begging
up
for
dead.
the cops to show up before I get my hands on them.
And you know something, my son's been in some, he's in elementary school. You learn when you're a boy, right? You learn. He's been in a couple incidences where, his sisters are hit him, but that boy's never fired back. And, he knows it in his I said, Ryan, I don't give a flying fuck if you are getting your ass whooped. Get out of the situation. But if it's a girl, you don't lay a hand on them.
Nah,
And
some of
under any circumstance.
some of the best ass kickings I ever took was actually from women.
That does.
I mean,
If I was a woman,
Not-
I'd beat your ass.
it's not bad, but they just know I won't do nothing.
But then again, if you talk to some women, they're like, they feel that way. They're like, if a woman's laying a hand on you, and you got to stop it. There's ways to stop a woman,
Right.
unless she's a UFC fucking fighter. Like, I'm 400 pounds. Like, if my wife starts molly-whopping on me, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Like, or I'm gonna hold her.
I don't
You're not
know.
putting yourself in a situation where they could be
Nah,
like, well,
she's-
you hit her.
Honestly, she scares the fuck.
if MMA Ronda starts beating on me,
You'd like it.
I would. I
Sick
would.
bastard.
I'm like, hit me again. Hit me again.
First off, you're not taking a hit from Ronda Rousey and saying, hit me again. You're going to
Well-
say, oh, shit, I just got my shit wrung.
Well, I'll probably wake up and ask her to hit me again. Anyways.
Yeah, Hydro, you got it right, bro. It's that, and that's the point. And we go back to, I think when we were talking about, was it one of the shootings we were did it covered on here? One of you guys said it came down to parenting. Yeah, and I'm like,
Not always.
but
It
this
was
one,
probably me. I mean, it does
this
have a part
one,
of it.
this one, right? But it not always.
Not always. Not always.
Sometimes you
Sometimes
got a psycho fucking job.
In this
But
case,
this case right here,
when he went home
Yeah.
and nobody had heard from her, if I was that dad, I would have strung him by the neck, took him down to the sheriff's station and been like, until someone says anything, you're fucking staying
when he
here.
pulled up there, she was dead, I assume.
Oh,
Well,
I
so-
assume so.
On I believe it was the 30th, he said he was camping alone while she was working on the blog. Someone was driving him home or to their campsite, and they were going somewhere else, so he made him drop him off. A few minutes later, someone else picked him up, said they would take him to the campground. When they got to the campground, he made them drop him off at the gate. When they're like, no, we can take you to your guys' van. Like, it's no problem. He's like, no, you're dropping me off here, because he didn't want them to see what was there. At that point, I believe she was already dead in the van.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to
So
get
by
caught.
the time he got home, she had been dead.
Yeah.
I believe on the 29th or 30th is
Where'd they
when-
find her?
out in like
Trenton. It was kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, like no, we're good.
Yeah.
So
I have to go now, guys. Frade needs me. What's Frade need you for? He's a big boy. He'll be all right. Thanks. Look, our boys listening. Jason Davis is listening. What's up,
oh yeah.
So when it comes down to domestic violence, we've all been in situations. You've had to make a decision. Am I wrong? You've had to make the decision. Like, listen, I tell my son all the time. Today, I'm not gonna lie, I came home grumpy. And honestly, I come in and my wife's like, he's been bad today. My first reaction's like, I'm going over and I'm whooping his ass, right? Because I don't want to hear it when I get home. But I'm telling you this, my boy knows. My boy knows. When he gets into a situation when he's older, he knows. He's like, Daddy, I didn't mean to. Think before you act, boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Think before you fuck. You don't think I've ever wanted to, Steph? Yeah, I have.
Yeah. But
I
do you
think-
want to hurt more than she wants to?
Listen, I know.
That's
I
the
know.
question.
First off, I respect my wife way more than put my hands on her like that, unless she wants it. But the biggest thing for me though is you think how many times in my life I've thought, like, if you ever been like, I don't want to live anymore, right? Or just unrational thoughts in your brain. If you did every unrational thought in your brain, you're either going to be in fucking prison, you're going to be fucking dead.
Yep.
Like, you think before you act. And this kid a lot of the news networks called him a man. He was a boy. He acted like a boy. He treated his fucking girlfriend terrible. He was a piece of shit. End of the day, like, well, no, the dude didn't bring his girl home. Those parents are also at fault, and they should get in fucking trouble.
And that's one thing I brought
They
up.
created a beast.
That's one thing I brought up before we started here. What pisses me off, the parents knew she wasn't there, and they still helped hide it.
Yeah.
They, as many
like-
times as they had to have known something.
Well, it took weeks for them to let police in.
I'm with Dylan, and there was somebody else on here. Somebody said,
I think it was Gordon.
Gordon said something. The parents knew. Then they should get in trouble. When a kid gets a gun from a parent and shoots up a fucking school, parent gets in trouble.
Well, obviously, the aftermath was he shot himself.
Yeah.
Where's the gun come from?
Right.
Probably his dad.
Probably. Well, but could have been. That's a good question. That's something we should look up. Whose gun was it? And how did he leave the house? Nobody saw him leave the fucking residence. They saw him come,
So,
but they never saw him leave.
so
How is that possible?
So my theory
Yeah.
on this, there was a lot in their house that was covered.
Oh yeah.
They went on a camping trip, the family did,
Yeah, that's right.
and the vehicle that left came from under a covering. So they knew they were taking him on this trip. I could be wrong on these dates, but it was something like the 5th through the 8th. They went on this, they booked this camping trip. The family left on the 7th when they booked it all the way through the 8th, and he wasn't with them when they returned because they parked and they all got out so where people
So
could
here's
see,
my question:
and he wasn't there.
did they know that he was going to fucking blast his brains out?
No,
Because do you remember? Supposedly he was on the Appalachian Trail at some points. Because
yes.
people were calling the police like, we saw him on the fucking
Well,
Appalachian Trail.
so there was reports all across the
Maybe
U.S.
it
of
wasn't
people
true,
saying they
but-
saw him. But what I think honestly happened is he came up with the plan, like, I'm going to go and I'm going to hide out here for a while. So they booked this trip, gave him the means to get there
Yeah.
without people knowing, and he took off into the swamplands to go and survive by himself for a while, and he offed himself. I don't.
Yeah. He
I-
couldn't hack it. I don't think you could hack it.
I don't think
till
the
you-
parents knew he had a gun, but I think
I
they
bet
knew.
they did.
But I think they knew that he was going out there to hide.
I bet they knew he had a gun.
I think they knew they were
Who
helping
owned
him
the-
go out there and hide, and the heat was getting too much on him and this and that. Maybe a little guilt played in there a little bit. And I think he just offed himself. I don't think the parents would have just left him out there to off himself.
When I read, well, he brought back.
I mean, they're hiding so much.
He came home from, and they knew he killed his girl. There's no doubt in my fucking mind. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
Seriously, Sturge, if you and Steph went on a cross country trip and you showed back up to your parents' house with the van and not Steph, what would they have said?
My dad would literally look at me, and then when I left, probably call the cops.
He probably would have given you the biggest.
What would you do? If he'd be like, "Where the fuck is Steph?" I'm like, she stayed back.
Yeah, I wouldn't need to. I feel like your dad would have given you the biggest backhand in the world.
Well, are you ready for this? I wouldn't have gone to my parents because I already know.
You already know what's going to happen.
I'm going to, like, I'll be honest with you. Can I be honest? And I'm not sad to say it. I'm glad he killed himself. Fuck you, Brian.
I'm not. I wish he would have went to prison for the rest of his life.
Fuck him.
He just saved his taxpayer.
Fuck
money.
him. In my eyes, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to pay for him to fucking feed him 3 times a day, hot shower and their shit. Fuck that guy, dude. And honestly, he like, at the end of the day, I know where he's at. And he ain't, I mean, I ain't God. I don't make the judgment call, but I imagine he's not in heaven.
Correct.
And if he's in fucking heaven, that's fucked up. I'm no pastor, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that's fucked up. If I get to heaven and Gabby Petito's in heaven and her fucking murderer's there,
it's not going to be a pretty sight, is it?
I'd be like, meet me outside the pearly gates for a second. I don't know.
He's gonna be like, I'm in the wrong place.
Like, where am I? Hell, like this. But I think we need to do a better job as a society to detect these kind of things. Like, what up, Freddie? I love you, buddy. How you feeling? I've seen you looking good, buddy. I seen you. You're losing weight and stuff. So welcome in here, dude. We're talking about a little bit of true crime, which tonight we were talking about domestic violence and what we can do as a society, I guess. Like, you should be able to detect somebody that's a piece of shit. That's just the way I look at it. I mean, I'd be interested to know how many people die a year in the United States due to domestic violence. We could look that up, right, boss?
You'd probably.
How many people in the United States die every year due to domestic violence?
Sturge, I'm not joking when I say this. You'd probably have at least one a day.
And I bet more than that.
No, I bet there's more than that. I'm saying at least.
Yeah.
And way too many.
Do you want to know what our
any numbers? Way too many.
Do you want to know our next case, Dylan? You brought it up on the way down to Tennessee. Do you know what it is?
No.
You remember the girls that were held captive in Cleveland for like 15 years? Yep. That's what we're doing next Friday.
Yep.
I've actually got it all written up. I was like, man, we might have to double tag it this weekend because we could run some juice and do it, So, but yeah, so I don't even know what you guys want to talk about anything else tonight or?
No, I mean, it's pretty much,
I'm having a great time, man.
I think his parents need to serve some time.
I think his parents, here's the way I look at it. If his parents knew that he killed her, hit him, took him out, gave him a gun, knew he was going to kill himself, well, you know what I think.
I mean, at the end of the day, they should at least try him for aiding and abetting.
Go up to the refrigerator, tell Stephanie to come down. We're going to try Shay's pumpkin. Find Stephanie.
We're about to, Shay.
We're going to try it. Okay, what
4 people a day.
4 people a day in the United States die at the hands of domestic violence. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's the average. So there might be a fucking wackoo day where the moon's full and it happened more. But Gordon, we're about to try it right now, dude. I totally forgot about that. We've actually been not drinking. So
this is our little cheat day for
not a cheat day. We're just having an episode. I decided when it's episode night, having some drinks.
Exactly.
We're having drinks.
But even then, we're not hammering.
I can't say I did drink a bottle of
on the way here.
Childcare.
He drank a whole bottle of burned out winery on the way
I can't say that then.
We shouldn't say that on here.
Well, he wasn't driving.
Well, I wasn't driving. I got a chauffeur.
You sick bastard. But yeah, if you guys are still kicking around here, what are you guys sipping on? It's Sip and Solve Friday, but we done sipped in. We solved. Is she coming?
Yeah, guys,
We need some cups right there.
we did it on Thursday this week because we're supposed to get another snowstorm tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and I'll have to go into work.
And
Levi, you're gonna come help me do snow too tomorrow. Would you ride up there with me?
We're supposed to get like another 4 inches.
You would? But you do.
What'd you say, Levi?
Catch. I was gonna throw it to him. All right, baby. Pour us some drinks here. Let's see what it tastes like. I don't want you to do it, Levi. Who's got the pouch? All right, this is pumpkin juice by Shay. What did you do with it?
What did I just do?
You just had it in your hand, numb nuts.
Are you shitting me?
There
right
is
now?
no way that kid came from my loin.
So when we say
Gordon said, I feel you. I never get a snow day off. My wife's a teacher, dude.
So when we say 4 inches of snow, we mean peanut 2.5 pumps.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Well,
You're right.
Can I reuse the bag?
Yes.
No, I
we
don't
want to
you're-
taste it. Come on. Quit being
Oh,
shy.
he gave you enough to lick it.
Look, he's being all
Did you
stingy.
make the actual clear in this?
It's good.
That's what I want to know.
Being all stingy with it.
Hey,
Ooh,
What, you want the rest of the
wants
bag,
some,
bud?
dude.
Maybe. Yeah. It's good. I might
We'll
have
see.
the rest of the bag.
hey, Gordon, just to give you a fucking honest
Smells good.
opinion, we're honest on here.
It smells good.
What's the proof? What's the proof? Can you tell us, Gordon? What's the proof before we try it?
Or do you want to try to guess it?
Yes, I made the. Okay, what's the proof? I don't want to guess it. The smell's kind of strong.
I think it smells good.
I'm going 60 proof.
I'm going 40. I'm going 40, Gordon. That does not drink like a 60.
What was it? What's the proof?
He says right now it's 60.
That's really
That's smooth as fuck.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it tastes like anything.
If that's 60 proof, that's dangerous.
Why is it orange?
Does it need to stuff or something?
Shay, I need to get you on here real fast. We need to have a conversation.
Okay, we need you on here.
Send him the fucking link. Shay's like, fuck, I sent you the wrong bag. That's from my pisser. It tastes, I can't say it tastes bad
It
No,
tastes good.
because it doesn't, to me, it doesn't taste like anything. Huh?
It's smooth.
The wife says it doesn't have a lot of pumpkin to it, but it's an easy sip for sure.
Yeah, it's real smooth.
I don't know. We're trying to get Gordon down here right now.
I don't know. I do get some pumpkin, but
I don't get
I
pumpkin.
get a little bit.
Do you?
They're like a pumpkin-y Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. Maybe that's the Copenhagen you're chewing.
Maybe,
Yeah,
that's, maybe
maybe.
that's the.
Yeah, maybe.
Jesus.
Never mind. I'm going to say appropriate on there.
Your dad.
What?
You know.
I'm getting a pumpkin-y
You like,
Copenhagen.
you like him
taste.
with
You're
no
chewing
beard in his
Copenhagen.
face?
Hey, anything's good with Copenhagen.
He looks better, don't it? She's a bald guy. Hey, she likes that guy.
You don't want me to shave. Jen will tell you.
Shine Man. What's up, bro? Turn him up.
Crank him up.
Crank it up.
Shay, are we wrong? But this does not drink like a 60 proof.
Yeah, it's right at about 60 proof. It came out at about 120, but it was just too hot.
So my wife wants to know, you tried, like, this is a pumpkin thing?
Yeah, I made it from pumpkin. I guess you can call it like a mountain brandy kind of thing. 'Cause
You fermented it in a pumpkin.
no, I actually made it from pumpkin. So I ground it all up and mixed it with barley and corn.
Hold on. It's that he used pumpkin for the mash.
hmm
You get what? She says she gets like a squashy flavor to it, which would make sense.
Yeah, it didn't really come across too heavy.
This
Substance.
is colored like that.
I had to post flavor because the corn kind of overpowered it after it sat for 24 hours.
I don't know why my urine's that color. Is that something to be worried about?
Heavy salt.
As long as it don't pee. It'll burn when you pee. You're
It does at times. It does at
Yeah.
times. Is it normal to have your pee pulpy?
No.
You might want to go get that looked at, maybe.
It's been doing it for
You
years.
might want to
I
consult a
think,
doctor.
I think I'm fine.
But at this
Oh,
point,
yeah.
I'm carnivore, baby. I can do what I
hey,
want.
if you've been going this long and you're okay,
I'm fine.
why see a doctor?
No, Shiner Man. Can I reuse that to send back?
Yeah, you can use it. Well, flasks.
Huh?
They're called travel flasks. They're actually a lot easier. They're cheaper than the mason jars.
Can I take that on a? I don't think. Can I say the word that? without getting flagged?
Probably not.
Okay. You think you could get it past that and get it on one of those?
Be too much. Too much.
Like,
but
you
could
instead
probably,
of driving, you fly.
but you could probably get it on
I
a
don't-
cruise.
Technically, if you proof it down enough to where you can freeze it, it then becomes a solid.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then who wants it that low?
I was just
No.
wondering if I could just like not buy my fucking Jack and Coke for $19 on a plane
Well,
and take
what-
that motherfucker.
What you could do is wherever we travel to, if we do fly, ship
not
it to that address,
I'm not gonna
and it'll
fly.
be there waiting
You
on
already
us.
know.
We ain't
I'm not flying.
Road trips.
I don't fly.
We
I
have too
just
much
don't.
fun road trip.
I don't think we were meant to fly. I don't think God created the world and was like, I think we should create airplanes
He created,
Overnight it.
overnight. It see,
he created birds,
yeah, and they're meant to fucking fly
so why can't we?
we
because
don't
we're
have no
humans.
damn
We got
wings.
2 feet.
Have you ever tried to fly?
No, why? What are you talking about? Have you ever thought about
might
trying to
have
sound
tried it one
intelligent?
time.
Well, I said that, and Levi said he tried.
We're not turning this into a Tuesday episode. We were doing true crime. Shiner man, what'd you think about the case tonight?
Oh, I actually watched that on the news, and his parents were actually really weird about the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
They were like giving barely any answers. They avoided the news like crazy for months on end.
Here's my question: do you think they knew he was going to kill himself?
Either that or they did it to him and just said, he offed himself.
That's actually kind of a good point. I
Well,
didn't think about
the
that.
the biggest thing that hit me right away was how quick the family lawyered up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they had nothing to hide, why would they?
First
lawyer up?
off, I'm going to tell my wife will tell you I say this all the time. Well, if you're innocent, you wouldn't get a lawyer. Bullshit. If I get arrested tonight and taken to fucking jail and I'm in an interrogation room, go fuck yourself. I'm not talking to you without a lawyer.
right? But
Yeah.
why would?
I don't give a fuck. They can be like, you stole milk. Even if I knew I did it, I'm getting a fucking lawyer.
Right. But the
Shiner man, am I wrong?
No, any cop will tell you, any lawyer will tell you, don't say anything without a lawyer because a cop
Oh,
can,
What it is?
any kind of interview or detective will make it sound like you did it.
Well, that's they tell you that all the time in automobile accidents.
Yeah.
Whether you're in the wrong or not, you don't admit to nothing.
Right. Until you
Even the
talk.
Miranda rights.
So I don't think the parents lawyering up makes them guilty at all. I think that makes it a common what you should do. What I think makes them guilty is the fact that he showed up to their fucking house without his fucking fiance.
Yeah.
And then they
And
go
then
on a
he
camping
was
trip.
camping.
And then they came back without him.
Yeah.
I think
So
Shinerman's
that tells me,
they could have offed him there.
yeah, they could have just drove him out to said swamp.
Yeah.
It was like, how could you do this? And then
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Damn it, son.
We'll never know, but
Maybe
I
we
still
could,
think
though.
it's more of we're going to take our kid out here and let him hide out, and I think everything got pressured on him. And
Now, I do
Yeah,
believe
so-
when I said this earlier, I'm pretty positive like he was on the Appalachian Trail at some point because people were like, we saw him. He's on the Appalachian Trail. He was super nice. Like
I mean, there's sightings of him everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah. But that's like you look at the Mara Murray case. I don't know if you listened to our drunk episode of Mara Murray, Shiner Man, when we were in
Oh yeah,
Tennessee.
where everybody was kind of speaking in cursive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it's fucking hilarious. Tons of listens on iTunes.
I know, it's hilarious.
Like, but what people were like chiming in, well, here's what I didn't realize. I kind of did realize this, but I wish I would have went more into depth, but we were just reading what I wrote because we were so fucked up. But Mara Murray, there's sightings of her today
right.
Yeah.
because it's an unsolved missing person case. It's not a murder case. It's not a, it's nothing else other than a missing person case. So as long as it's missing persons, whether they're relevant or not, you're going to get sightings of them.
Right. And not to discredit anyone, but a lot of people that hike the Appalachian Trail or even live on the trail, I believe those are the kind of people that if they would have saw them, they would have done something about it.
They could have, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But what, like Patty Atkins. Okay, let's go back to Mara Murray. If you go back, every week there's sightings of her in the same location in Canada. I don't think that's a coincidence.
No, but you also got people that don't want to be found. Like they just want to start a new identity. I mean, how many news reports do you see that?
Well, that's what
somebody
we
showed up
brought up in
years
that
later?
episode, Gordon, was if she was with the Women's Project
Yeah,
and
they would have made her
hit
disappear.
then it is possible whenever they have these sightings that they debunk it on purpose.
Yep.
I don't,
Possibly.
you know, it's
Dude, there's no sign of her. They're okay. So they're in Haverhill where she disappeared. The whole city said this guy did it. It was an old bus driver. Everyone said he fucking did it. He dies. They said he poured a random slab of concrete in his fucking basement. She's down there. We had sonar radar, all this shit. She's down there. Guess what? Even if your body disintegrates in the ground,
There's
let's
going to
say
be DNA.
there's DNA, no matter fucking what.
There's bones.
Even the grass will have DNA in it. Why? Because it fertilized the ground down there. And when it grows Shinerman, am I wrong?
Your DNA goes away. Anything organic goes away. But
Burial. Okay. So
Lime.
Indian burial ground. Indian burial grounds. How old are they? They're still. How do they know that some of they are like, oh fuck, this is an Indian burial site? Well, if you look it up, a lot of that's based off of human DNA.
yeah, because they pull it out of the teeth.
It's 10 years after the fact, her DNA would have been in that concrete. That's why in the Patty Atkins case, they put search dogs 20 years later to still see if they were in concrete, because there's been cases cracked after how many years? If she was buried in that concrete, they said there would have been evidence of it. And here's my thing. You see the footprints come out of the car. She gets in a car. There's no doubt about it. She didn't go in the woods.
Yeah, there was
You would have seen footprints.
There was footprints outside the car, but not going into the woods or anything.
Her dad's a fucking weirdo. Her sister's a fucking weirdo. Her boyfriend was trying to fucking kill her. She gets with Project Woman. Shinerman, I'm sure you can attest to this. There's no law against disappearing.
No.
I mean, everybody can see anybody anywhere. I mean, every time I get drunk,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Most women look like Beyonce.
What?
Yeah, when I get drunk, they all look like Beyonce.
What's Shinerman? He look like Beyonce?
Well, Sturg.
He's got a cute
But do you see
beard.
what I'm saying?
No, like you just said,
I told you that. You're like, dude, that's pretty.
There's no law against disappearing. There's also no law about faking your own death.
Okay, there's no last year in the there was barely any sightings of her in the United States. Okay, barely fucking any. Within 100-mile radius, a circle, daily, there are sightings of Maura Murray in 100-mile radius in Canada.
I mean,
I don't think that's a coincidence.
The government does it all the time. It's called witness protection.
She ain't well, she kind of would be like,
yeah, it is kind of
Project
like
Women will straight make you disappear. I thought about trying them. Like, yeah, I know I ain't a woman though, but Shay and I are trying to disappear into the Appalachians where we can run shine.
What's that?
Whatever. Just kidding. We don't make shine.
I'm in the foothills, but I'm in northern.
Where do you live?
I live in Newark.
Oh yeah. My dream is hike the whole entire Appalachian Trail. So my goal is to lose a certain amount of weight, and my wife said I can do it. That's always been.
Buddy of mine's uncle did it. Made it all the way to New York and got mugged.
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna
I
get
don't
shot
know.
if you try to mug me.
I've been watching a lot of stuff on, YouTube on the Appalachian Trail.
Oh,
And
here we go.
some is kind of freaky.
Yeah, but it's so even when I was a little kid, before I was adopted, my mom used to read this book about, it was called Hatchet. And it was about a little boy that disappeared in Canadian woods. And
That airplane crash and had to survive.
exactly. And so I became infatuated with trying to live off the land. I've always been infatuated with it, but then I got really fat, became kind of impossible. But so then that kind of led as I got older into the Appalachian Trail. And I've always said to my wife, I said, I would love to do the Appalachian Trail. I just can't. She said, well, lose weight. And when you get to this amount of weight, you can do it.
Well, I always want to do it too, but I can't get the time off work to go do it.
Dude, we got women that both can take care of us. Let's not play games.
Yeah.
Let's not play games.
And like I told Sturge, it's not my aspiration to do the whole trail, but I'll do part of it with him.
Well, here's the thing. We can go on GoFundMe now and say Big Sturge went from 546 pounds down to 250. Help fund a fucking pathway. I guarantee we can do
And
it.
he needs a support crew.
Yep.
Well, the Appalachian Trail starts in Georgia and goes all the way through the Catskills in New York. it'd take you about a month to hike it. And he said the
Oh,
worst part was
It's going to take way more than a month.
Like I think it would be cool that people that don't want to do the whole trail meet up with you at certain points and do segments.
That's what they do. Yeah.
But my problem with hiking whole trail is how the hell we gonna get that much beer on the trail?
There's stops.
But the Appalachian
There's
Trail,
outposts.
the Appalachian Trail ends in Maine.
yeah, it ends in Catskills in New York, I think.
No, it doesn't. It ends in Maine, dude. I know the trail. Google it real fast. So Google it. Look, Google where it ends. I'm not trying, China man. I ain't trying to fight with you, and you can tell me so. But I have been obsessed with it all my life. I thought it started in Georgia and ended in Maine.
Yeah, and you said the worst part about it was the Blue Ridge Mountains.
The hills of it.
It ends it starts in Georgia.
It does go through New York, though.
It goes through New York.
And I have heard that, like, you better pack on the trail because they're called trail robbers. You're absolutely straight robbed.
And actually, Gordon, it goes through New York, through Connecticut, through Massachusetts, through New Hampshire.
So in order
all
to
the
do
way
it,
to northern Maine.
it would take me a year to do it. It's 1,000. How many miles is it?
2,190 miles
On
on
foot.
14 states.
Hey, American Whiskey on foot. We should start a GoFundMe for that. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
That would.
Didn't they make a movie that started that way? I just decided to start running.
Stays all about running.
They got a good T-shirt out of that. Remember that?
Yeah.
If we do the Appalachian Trail, we have to wear that shirt.
They got a t-shirt. They got a bumper sticker.
Hey, Shiner Man, if we go to do the Appalachian Trail, will you meet up with us and do part of it?
Yeah, it actually runs not too far away from me in Zanesville.
Look, Zanesville. So my wife, that's where my wife, part of my wife's from. Yeah, Zanesville.
So did you go like lion and bear hunting and that up in Zanesville when all that happened?
You're talking. That's a good one to do. You're talking about when there was a guy that lived in Zanesville that owned
out all those animals.
Yeah, he wanted to kill himself, so he ended up letting out all of the fucking animals.
Yeah,
he got mauled by
like shooting them in there.
He got mauled by a fucking lion or something.
Yeah,
yeah. The unfortunate part about it is like an eighth of the tiger population in the world was on that guy's property, and they all got killed.
That is crazy.
I didn't know that, so it's sad.
That is sad.
Fucking China Man with all the fucking facts, dude.
I would hurt somebody if they hurt Frank.
Oh, dude, we met
Frank's
this China Man. You would have loved Frankie boy. He just sat right outside, about 500-pound bear. Good, dude.
Oh,
Good.
he did get up one time, kind of go.
He looked at me. He's like,
He said, brother.
he kept looking at me like I was cousins or something with him. I was like, this is odd. I'm going back into the room.
He did. Sturg walked from one side to the other.
He just kept looking at me, Shiner Man. I don't know if you wanted to mate me or if he just thought I was family.
Hey, Gordon, are you on your phone or what are you on?
I'm on my phone.
So when you get a second, I just sent you the video on Facebook.
Shiner Man, what would it take for you to come down to the studio this weekend?
I got to work.
What about some weekend? Like, you're only in Zanesville. You're not that far away.
No, I'm almost to Mount Vernon. So
You're not that. This is a doable situation here, brother.
Yeah.
We're talking like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, or road trip to Shiner Man.
We could road trip to you, Shiner Man. You got room over there for us to set up some podcast stuff?
Possibly.
Or we could find somewhere around there.
That's true.
Yeah, we got a lot of nice little bars around here.
Just find a bar that let us up. Are you friends with any of the bars?
No, I'm a transplant for the year. I moved from Columbus.
Well, fuck me in the butt.
We'll make it happen one way or another.
We'll do it. I think it'd be awesome to meet up here or there sometime, man, and hang out. He's possibly one of the longest Shiner watchers that we've had on here, honestly.
Damn it. Madison County Sheriff arrested a dog.
For what?
They found him out and about. But doesn't it look like he's
pretty.
arrested?
He's pretty too. Are you a dog guy, Shiner Man?
Yeah.
I got 4.
You got 4 dogs? Let me see them.
Dude, that dog's like, oh shit.
What do you want
They
to see
got
them
me.
dogs?
I'd have to send you a picture.
No, walk us over to it.
Oh, geez.
He's like Dylan, doesn't want nobody to see his house, dude.
Exactly.
You got kids?
I got 4.
You got 4 kids? That's how many I got too, bro.
Yeah, I got 4.
You got pretty walls.
I was painting them all myself.
Yeah, I do it for a living. I fucking hate it. If you want to paint the walls that I have to paint, actually, we have to paint that ceiling tomorrow.
Huh.
Like,
Okay.
where we put the light up in the ceiling.
There's 2 more of them.
Huh?
There's one. Sturg, you're missing.
I'll have to, when you get in
Oh,
there tomorrow, I'll have
puppy's
to go
out.
grab the paint. It's inside 350. I forgot to tell you that.
Sir.
Oh, look at him. Is that a pug?
He's a mix between a Frenchie and a pug.
Oh,
I have to go
dude,
all
look
the
at
way.
that
He's like,
double
man,
boy.
I was sleeping good.
Got a
today.
double
You're
boy.
messing with me."
God, he's fucking cute.
It's like, what the fuck you doing?
Hey, by the way, looky there. Oh, he's cute.
Okay.
That is she. That's a she.
That's a shoe.
I'd have seen the penis between the legs.
Look, they're living the life right now in the front class chair.
Yeah, just sit there.
You're all kicked back.
That's amazing.
Or no.
So we do have a question here. Not that we know if I don't know if you make shine or not, but we have somebody that wants to know what's the best flavor of shine that you make.
So far, everybody really liked that apple brandy I made.
Is that what? Did I try that at Farm to Bottle?
No, I didn't bring any because of farm to bottle. You know, I was worried that they were going to start checking people like
Oh, you can do it at the
Maggie
campground.
Valley. So, but I plan on bringing it this year.
Valley didn't do a lot.
They didn't do shit, dude. So let's go into your history of shine. And I mean, while we're on here, right? You guys want to do it? I mean,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I know we did true crime. I'll split this up for the listeners on Apple Podcasts and shit and Spotify. But do you want to talk about that, Shiner Man? Like how you got into it and
Sure.
there-
I
history there, or what? You know, what? How did you get involved with doing it?
I always wanted to do it, and I'm a first generation, so nobody in my family ever did it.
You got to start somewhere.
Leaving legacy.
Well,
I
you're
didn't
the
even know.
first in your you believe that you're the only one, right?
As far as I know, I am the only one.
So, funny story. I started running, and my biological dad, I found out that before we were adopting this trailer park, they used to run it, and that's how you make the rent in the trailer park. No clue. Not that it was like a living legend or anything,
Right.
but
I made a living.
hey, we were paying fucking rent, baby. You know what I mean? We're trying to put some heat in the trailer too. So how did you get interested in shining? I mean, did you see Master Distiller? Did you?
No,
You're
it was
just-
before even
What's
all
that?
that even started. And I just had always thought it'd be fun to do. And this was the only thing I had was a piece of paper that I printed off the internet and just said, here's how you do it for 10 minutes. And then I finally saved up some money and got a still off a claw hammer. And that's how I
Okay.
learned to solder.
What kind of how big? How big is it still?
Initially, I started out as a 1 gallon because I was like, I don't want to spend too much and I want to learn. And then I moved up to 1 gallon. Now I'm going to run a 15-gallon keg.
Oh yeah. Can I be honest? I have a 50 gal, and I love my keg. There's nothing better than a keg. Why? How many issues do we have with that thing, Dylan? None.
Every time.
No.
Or not the keg.
The keg,
The
nut.
50.
Dude, we
Not
have
every time
none.
we got
The
some.
50, every fucking time she goes to fucking fire up, dude, there's a fucking problem.
All my copper stuff I don't have a problem with, and they're paste still. So
Well, mine aren't paste stills. To be honest with you,
Well, they kind of are now. It kind of is.
John Peterman made the 50 pot, and I call it my popcorn Sutton arm, and it's a beautiful pot. I mean, he did an amazing job. But the problem was we weren't able to try it down there. It pretty much just got given to me on a short notice. So we're working on that now. We're just about got her fixed up, and then
Got it
Sean
Just
Rigsby.
about
I
tweaked
don't remember
in.
what he called it. What's Sean Rigsby call his thing? Flatlander stills with Sean Rigsby. He made my worm, and then I got a thumper that was Herman's, I believe, and then Tracy Bumgardner with Ace Copper Ace
Custom copper.
Ace Custom Copper. He made, I don't know what you call it, from like the thumper to the horse head, and then from the thumper to the worm. And that's
Well,
all. It hasn't leaked. He did an amazing job.
to answer Simmons there, he was asking what's the best one to start out with. Really,
Okay.
if I'd really thought about it, go big or go home.
Yeah.
I mean,
A cake
dude,
still.
yeah, keg $25
Yeah.
and Facebook Marketplace, and just get you a like crawfish boil burner.
Yep.
The easiest thing, $30. I mean, you got $50 round up in it, and then I got the
And one thing you
Amazon.
need to have that, guys, get a fish fryer. A
Yep.
fish fryer.
Right.
Turkey
That's what
fryer, whatever you want.
I love. He called it a crawfish fryer. I love that.
Yeah.
That's how I know he's a fucking hillbilly. But anyway,
So in other words, when we go see Shiner Man, it's a crawfish boil.
I guess. Hey, that was on you, not us. You said you were going to make it when we came visit. So
Oh, don't tell me I make good gumbo.
Don't start that.
I'll be the judge of that.
That's it.
thank you.
Challenge
We'll be the
accepted.
judge.
Shiner Man, I lived in New Orleans for a few years, buddy.
Yeah, I had family that lived there, and they always brought up 50 pounds of shrimp every year.
So you know what good gumbo is.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
Yeah,
Chris. Honestly, anybody that you know wants to run shy, if they're going to get on Amazon and they're going to buy the fucking Vever for a few $100s or whatever, just go get a fucking keg for $25. Take the fucking, make sure you release the air out of it. Take the retainer clip out. Find somebody to make you a fucking line arm, or it's really not that difficult.
Do it
Do it
yourself.
yourself. Do
I
it
mean,
yourself.
I've done everything myself.
I mean, and here's the thing: I'm a plumbing solderer. What's
I
that?
would recommend going and getting a drain put on it.
Yeah,
Because trying to
100%.
lift 15 gallons of liquid is fucking heavy, especially
So, who
boiling
did it?
hot.
Listen,
You'll
He
throw a
would-
nut
I
trying to
would
do
dump
that.
the egg, I would dump the thumper, and
Dude,
it was like
so
shit.
we would be done, and we would make 3 runs in a day, bro. I would pick. I would put my heat gloves on from work. I'd pick that 15 up. I'd go out back on my own. Might I add? I'd also fucking blow a testicle, and I'd go out back, dump it in my yard, put it back on. Dylan would fill that bitch back up, and we start running again. But like, put a drain port on it for sure. And I
Know
also,
someone that can TIG weld.
know somebody that can TIG weld, and you're good to fucking go. Like, and that's easy to find. All you gotta do, if you go to a machine shop, they take a case of beer or a $20 bill. They'll be done in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But I loved my cake still. It's still sitting in my shed right now. I thought about bringing it out just to fucking fire it up, dude. I love it.
Dude, I love running that keg.
we make, and a cake still makes good liquor. And the other thing is, like, I'm a plumber. That's what I do for a living, right? I'm a drywaller and a plumber.
A glorified cable guy.
What'd you say?
That's how I'm a glorified cable guy, so I do internet all day.
Well,
Well, we
and
should hook you up with Fred.
that's true.
Yeah, he needs cable.
So,
Yeah,
I know
he's
He's
shit.
kind of close to Pennsylvania.
So what I try to tell everybody, if you want to make a still, you can do it. Get some flux, get some solder, get some fucking copper, and get a torch, and you're good. Get some map gas, and you're good to go. Doesn't got to look pretty. I told you that one day. I don't give a fuck what it looks like. I just want it not leak.
Right.
I'm a glorified solderer behind the wall. Like, I put drywall up after I'm done. Who gives a fuck what it looks like? Oh, we just got muted. Did we get muted?
No.
Shiner Man muted himself.
Shiner Man did.
You asked for a fucking hammer?
Sorry, kids.
I
What is hanging off the wall right there?
think it's
Oh, sorry, that's my son's swing.
your son.
Yeah, okay, Shiner. All right, Shiner.
We're on to you.
I know what you're doing.
No, my son is autistic nonverbal, so
Okay. Okay.
So before I was adopted, my brother was taken from us, but he was
Yeah, there
autistic. He lives in Dayton, Ohio now.
hi.
What's up, buddy?
What's up,
his
dude?
name?
His name's Liam.
Liam. That's a good name.
That's a good Irish name.
Hi there.
What?
What's up, Liam? What's up, buddy?
Hell yeah, I like Liam. He's cool. Was it just his birthday? Somebody's birthday?
It's gonna be his birthday soon.
When's his
Uh-oh.
birthday?
His birthday's on the 17th.
We got something coming his way.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
send you something.
We got something coming Liam's way, man.
What?
Hell yeah. That's awesome, bro.
We definitely
Yeah.
got
Yeah, I love that, man. It touches my heart. Dylan will tell you, it touches our heart, brother. Because my brother was taken from us when I was adopted. My sister and I were adopted together, and he was taken away because it was hard to adopt 3 kids. You know what I mean? So that's awesome, man. I love it. I actually named my son Ryan after him. My brother's name was Ryan.
No, we actually really like the name.
He just
Liam's just hanging out, man. What's Liam like to do? Oh,
hold on. He's talking to the wife. It looks like.
Let's make him a fucking package.
Oh, no worries.
Man, what does Liam like?
What's he do?
He mostly likes pirates and dragons. He loves the How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Done.
Oh man, he is like all about pirates and dragons.
When you talk about does he like movies?
That's all he watches is movies.
So this is like Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, he likes like the Incredibles.
Oh, okay. Who doesn't like the fucking Incredibles, dude? My son tried to get me to dress up as Mr. Incredible, and I was like, you got to realize, son, there's a difference between his fat and my fat. I can't do that.
Well, we do the...
Hey, Gordon, will you do me a favor?
Write that down. 17th.
Will you send me your address on Facebook after this?
Please. We're going to send
because the best way to do it is just send it straight to your house.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Nah, we got a package. We're going to put a package.
Well, this.
Yeah.
To get there in time. Honestly, right there.
I would be a perfect Frozone. Hey, Damon, can I tell the boys what you're wanting to do for Farm to Bottle?
Frozone. Yeah, Damon would totally do a Frozone.
So Damon gets a hold of me the other day. He says, "Hey, great to see you. You're looking good. I'm feeling pumped, dude, because I've lost a lot of weight, and everyone's noticing it. It makes me feel good. What's up, Liam?" So he gets a hold of me. He said, "I want to do something for Farm to Bottle." And I was like, "Let's cut to the fucking chase." I'm never a guy to let's cut to the fucking chase. And he says, "I want to raise money for something, just something we'll figure out what it is, mud wrestling." Now, I've been thinking about the mud wrestling thing. Here's the thing. He said he wants to get Still Talking on it, Militia on it, all those guys. I only want to do it if we're teamed. So our podcast versus your guys' podcast.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Their podcast.
Top 3 or top 4.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Still Talking and Uncut. Easy. I got your fucking number, brother. You choked me out middle of a random bar in Tennessee. I am done, bro. That's what it is. So we raise money. If you want to watch it, you gotta. No, not top. No, it's just whoever wins. You don't win nothing, dude. Except we're just fucking doing it to raise some fucking money.
I'm in.
We'll take some wagers on the side, raise some money for a good cause.
We gotta start pumping the fucking weights,
and it gives all of us different podcasts.
Shiner Man.
Let's start right here.
Yeah, Shiner Man. You got to be a part of that with us, bro.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, you should tune. The next taste we do, Dylan and I were talking about this. We were like, dude, we should get Shiner Man on here to join us on a Sip and Salt Friday.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
So if I sent you everything, you would kick it with us and do it?
Heck yeah.
Stop
yeah.
it, you fucking liar.
Done.
It's on.
Mud wrestling. Here's the question, Damon. Where are we getting the mud? What if there was no mud there? Where are we getting mud? Are we doing this in swimming pools?
We'll bring in dirt and throw water in it.
Dude, one time I went to a fucking OU party at Ohio University and they wrestled it. Girls were wrestling in whipped cream. My buddies were like, "Are you ready to go?" I'm like,
"No."
We can get when they blow up kiddie pools and fill it full of mud and water.
I think we would have to do something like a swimming pool because you don't want to fuck up the property.
Oh, we'll figure it out. We got some time.
So here's the deal. I go in to lay them out. You guys go into the work. I do the longevity part, but you guys put in the work. And if we're getting hurt, we need a clothesline.
Oh, we got
it. I think we need to do some type of tag team. It can't be a shit show, damn it. It's got to be, what was that called? Remember WWE where you
tag team
it, dude.
Yeah. I know who I would. I know who I would go against.
You better not be
Damon,
my person.
we think so. Mud wrestling wise, We have a uniform already. We're ready.
We're ready.
If it's Damon, he's got to have this like luchador outfit.
Wait, hold on, Chinaman. What'd you say?
I said if it's Damon, he's got to have his luchador outfit.
Listen, I don't want to cause a stir here.
I mean, I'd totally come in like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, no, you're going to be there. You're going to be there because we don't know if Doug will show up or not. Like we got to take that with a grain of salt. If he does, you're still involved. Listen, I think we take these guys by the nuts here. All right. Don't make me have to wrestle for 15 minutes all the time. Like, let me come in, close out some things, tag Dylan in. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just, by the time we do this, I might be dealing 250 pounds though.
So you're the closer.
I'm closing shit, dude.
I'll open.
You know what? I'm going to put it out here right now. If we do this, I want to challenge Bill Billy. You feel? I mean, he towers, but it's going to be so much fun.
Doug, are you in? Get in here. Was Doug on?
No,
Send Doug the link.
Doug's with his kid at karate.
No, he's back by now.
Is he?
Yeah, send them a link. Yeah, it's. I think we should talk about this.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good thing. Be fun, raise some money.
Got the basic training.
He'll be gone.
That'll be in September. You'll be back. We'll be this.
He might be back.
We'll be back. I promise you.
He'll be back.
Sure.
Sure.
You'll be back. If you're back, you're in.
Uh-huh.
Shiner Man, do you put it on paper right now? You're part of AAW.
Yeah.
God.
He's been a part. This is the only. There's some nights where we're like, there's only one person watching. Who is it? Spider-Man. No, I'm just kidding. But the Joneses, like.
First off, Megan, Doug does exist.
Doug does it. Yeah, get him on there. Then.
I'm challenging Megan.
No, I'm challenging Easy. Oh,
Jason Kendall.
Yeah. Hey, can we be honest? It was so good to see those guys.
It was fun.
It was
We had
great.
so much fun
Great
with-
hanging. It was great hanging out with everyone.
Uncle Joe was there. Easy was there. Damon B. You guys saw Tom Crum. I didn't see him.
Like, listen, we have given her a lot of there was no drama in Gatlinburg,
Nah.
and
Listen,
everyone thought it was like family.
Uncle Joey and Dylan need to fuck each other up at the fucking mud wrestling. Yeah, true.
A lot of
Who's told you Rigsby? Rigsby's out by Matt Brown.
Yeah,
so.
we don't. Nobody's going. Matt Brown's got rigged.
No, I honestly,
You do that. I think it's.
can I be honest? I think Matt Brown is underestimating Rigsby.
I think he's underestimating him a little bit.
I think Rigsby's being underestimated when it comes to that. I know Matt Brown's a fucker like.
But it'd be interesting. I think it'd be a good match because they're both trained.
I'm calling out Big Easy for a 3-minute boxing match.
But no, Tom was there for the release as well.
Almost there. The moonshine. Can I be honest, dude? I love these boys. And I know they don't cradle up to me or whatever, but like you see all this drama going on, and all this, they said that, it reminds me of elementary school. Yeah,
right.
It's like, guys, like nobody's doing anything to anyone.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking hang out.
Well, that's what I love this community because we can give each other shit, but when push comes to shove, we don't need to.
Well, you're seeing a lot of catching bait and all these guys, and I love them. And here's the thing: you see all the flat catching bait. That guy, I like Tom Crum. I like Sean Peterman. I like.
Ain't nobody get me wrong. So
Brian Silcott, I challenge you to a boxing match.
Well, hey, Sturg, it's funny that Megan said
in a dress.
Sturg, it's funny that Megan said Tom was at the pre-party and didn't see him at the actual party when she claimed that we are the ones that needed water.
That's good. Yeah.
She got us all water too.
Listen,
That's Mother Hen right there.
I think
water in it.
she was.
I agree.
She comes over to Dylan and I and
Mellow mushroom.
And she's like, you guys need to drink water. Dylan and I look at each other like, drinking beer. we the water the weekend.
Well, the
Man,
water
Biz.
showed up at where we were at the
Yeah.
bar, and we just sat it up towards the top. Like, no,
Yeah, I was like, and Shinerman, he'd been so proud. We got us kicked out of a bar.
Nice.
We weren't even there 2 hours and got kicked out.
Fully kicked out or?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
100%.
fully kicked
Yeah.
out.
100%.
Shinerman, have you ever seen me go off the rails? I was pissed at this management.
I got another.
They were mad at me because I was dancing.
If we do this mud wrestling thing,
Oh man,
It's not
if
Damon, we're in, right?
if Philbilly falls true for me and don't want to wrestle or nothing, I challenge John Benz.
No,
challenge Peanut.
You can't. Because Megan already put it in the comments earlier that John has to go against Taylor.
No, you have to go towards with Wes. Yeah, you get what he'll beat
Last
your
time-
ass, bud.
Are you scared of Wes?
Yeah, he arrested me 6
He'll
times
beat
at Fart
your
the
ass.
Bottle.
Bluetooth up.
It's me and my buddy Wes. We'll wrestle.
He's gonna whoop your ass.
I know. He always does, but still, we'll get up, hug each other, and have a good time.
I'm calling Ian Lowe right now. Well,
Well, that's what he asked you, bud.
He deny you. He's like, I talk.
we're gonna hook up Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Wes. Give me a second. I'm not gonna lie, dude. This fucking thing right here hurts my tailbone. This fucking shit.
Which one of them like donut things to sit on? Like
Go
we got
fuck
hand
yourself.
rolls?
You know
Wes
what? Go
versus
fuck
all
you.
of us, we'd lose.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, no.
That's what the cat pew.
He's not gonna answer.
That's all right. I'll call Sean Rigsby or Uncle
Your call has
Call Uncle
been
Joey.
forwarded to
Uncle
voicemail.
Joey's in charge of the.
Yeah, he's the face of it.
I love him, dude. We had a great time. It was good to see him, dude.
Levi, will you beer me?
Was.
I appreciate
Beer
it, sir.
too. Beer your dad and I with the zeros.
Yes, they're actually
Tom
pretty good.
Crumb. I love you, buddy. How you doing,
What
man?
up, Tommy?
It was good to see me.
You got so much.
What like it was.
That was Gordon.
Jordan Scheiderman's got a porno light on the ceiling. That's weird.
And a swing.
Yeah.
And this one shit got odd.
Your call has been forwarded to
All right,
voicemail.
I'm
So shall we go?
I'm going with Rigsby.
Hold on. If Rigsby's a reliable one,
He
I'm
will
calling
be.
you all out.
He
Oh
always
yeah,
answers
'cause
my
he's
phone.
the only one that's going to answer. Usually he's the one late for everything.
No, Rigsby always answers my phone. Watch this. Always.
Yeah, but he's always late for
Your
everything.
call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Wait, he might have it on Do Not Disturb. Try again.
I'll try his Facebook.
They're running scared.
Hey, Ryan.
If he has
Hey,
his phone on Do Not Disturb, you have to call 3 times.
is that true?
Yes. It'll go through the third or fourth
Thanks,
time.
buddy.
There's a way around Do Not Disturb.
Thanks, buddy. You're all right. I don't care what the church is about.
Shut
That's the first time
That's
you
not
ever said that.
Shiner, man. Listen,
Sounds like a stalker move. There's a way around Do Not Disturb. You got to call and hang up real quick 5 times.
We're doing one now.
No, because a lot of people at work put their phone in Do Not Disturb. So I'm like, fuck
what are
this.
you? You're not coming on this podcast and fucking holding secrets. What's up, bub? You're not holding secrets on this. Damon, you want to hop on here? Well, shit show right now. Let's talk about this mud wrestling, man.
Yeah, I got to get the John.
Yeah.
You need to get a bigger shirt, dog. That might
I got the whole thing hanging out.
I got
It's a thing.
I think I know. I'm going to challenge the mud wrestling.
Yeah.
My Uncle Joey jumps in. The girl mustache.
You're going to do your own dad?
You're going to do your dad.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a dad do it?
No, when you get drunk, oh,
Look at that. I'm about to put him through a wall. None of these bitches will answer.
You're being ghosted.
Cofield Billy.
I'll call Lee Master.
Yeah, Lee Master's on there.
He's on right now. Is he not?
No, she said 9.
Shiner man, don't yell at your wife.
Say you're sorry.
Say sorry. Say sorry. He said, I don't say sorry.
I think I was her.
I would never let my kids or wife say sorry at the house.
What?
It's always been my bad.
What's up, Big Easy? Easy. Are you there? Are you there?
What up?
There you
Hey, listen. So you're on the podcast, all right?
Yeah.
Listen, Do you want to do mud wrestling at Farm to Bottle? No, listen.
No.
Let me explain. Can I explain?
It doesn't matter what you explain. I can't, man. I've had back surgery and I've had knee surgery.
No, you're gonna wrestle me. Me and you are
No.
just no. We're gonna love make in the mud pit.
I'm good.
So hold
No,
on.
stop. Stop.
You can sneak up on Sturg, put him in a chokehold, but then cut the line at mud wrestling?
Well, that's different.
How?
That's way different.
What
He had the
would you have done if
surprise
he would have
attack.
turned on you?
What would you have done?
No, I
if I,
dominated you and you liked it. That's different.
First off, I did get dominated. Second off, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it.
Mud wrestle, more of a mud massage.
All right, if you're not in, are your boys in?
No, I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else.
This is your podcast.
Who's in charge of the podcast? Who do I call? Uncle Joey?
We
I tried to call him. He didn't answer.
Yeah.
Sean Rigsby?
Yeah, you can wrestle. You can try some
You think Phil Billy would wrestle me?
You think Phil Billy would be in?
No, he already said he ain't wrestling nobody.
Should I call him? Should I call him?
There's only one way to find out.
All right, are you at the Funny Bone?
No, I'm at home.
Well, you know I love you, right?
Well, Phil Billy don't want to
Yeah.
wrestle. I want.
You want to
John
hop
there.
on the podcast and hang out for a few? Or are we not good enough? Or
No, I just got home.
so
I
you're
got
not,
stuff.
wait a minute, so you're too good?
Well, he just got
Yeah.
back from his dinner date
He
with
said, yeah.
Uncle Joey.
He said, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's right. He went over to Spaghetti Warehouse with Uncle Joey.
I did not go to Spaghetti Warehouse.
That's a great place, though. Am I
He
wrong?
says, "You're
But
talking
you
to
notice
me."
how
Oh,
he said, I did
I
not
wanna go
go
there
to
in a
Spaghetti
weekend.
Warehouse, but he didn't say Uncle Joey.
I've never taken you there.
That's
You're
why
a
he ain't-
The same, man. They changed the building.
I know. It's because there's a lot of things going on, bub.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I just want,
Have a good podcast.
no, I just wanted to call you a pusscat for denying your wrestling match.
Yeah, I concede you win. I forfeit.
No,
All
I,
right.
I didn't. I did.
All
I
right, if you were-
deny that.
If you ain't wrestling,
You easy. I'm calling Phil right
Hey,
now.
you know what, Tom? They said they're not in, so I want to wrestle you for hitting me.
Oh yeah, he's really upset. But I'm
No,
calling Ian Bill right
I
now.
talked to Tom about it. He doesn't remember a single thing.
He doesn't.
No,
You knocked him the fuck
I
out.
was there for that conversation.
I loved it.
he doesn't remember a single thing.
I loved it. Phil,
What's going
what up, man? How you doing?
Oh, you minute.
What? Hey, am I interrupting anything?
No,
You know I love you, right?
love you, dude.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
No, when you say I love you, dude, when I say it, I actually I mean, honestly, love. Are you into that are you into that kind of thing too?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. So here's the thing. Are you doing the mud wrestling or not?
No, I didn't get my butt crack out in front of a butt.
No, you and I we'll do the wrestling together. Listen, guy, you think I'm gonna run a marathon? We'll hug each other in the mud, raise a little bit of money, call it a night. What do you say?
Oh, no.
We're gonna make it true. So we're not gonna knock each other out. All we're gonna do is you and I.
No, I'm worried about the hog.
No, I know what you're. No, you're worried
That's what
about.
they're going to pay money for.
You're worried about getting knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's not. I won't.
That's not my fucking worries at all, bro.
That's what I heard Phil Billy say.
Phil Billy, let me.
fucking promise you that.
Phil Billy, let me talk for a second, bud. You know I love you. Let's roll around in some mud together, hug each other, raise a little money, and be done with it.
No, we'll talk about
That's not a no. That's not a no.
So you're saying there's a chance.
it.
You really think I want to fucking knock? I don't want to knock into fighting each other. I just want to roll in some mud together,
Raise
hug
some
each
money.
other, and raise some money, bro.
It could be
We'll let our pussy friends do the wrestling.
Tom, I don't quite understand that comment. Phil is Damon and my manager. He's got a tennis racket.
I don't know what that means. I don't know. Phil Billy.
I got. I'm gonna hop off here, y'all. I got to go pick up my kid.
All right, Shiner Man.
See you, Shiner Man.
Phil Billy, are you there?
Yeah, man. We'll figure it out, man.
You know I love you, bro.
That's not a no.
I
sir.
love you, buddy.
We'll still.
No, you don't love me because you're not willing to. You're not willing.
I'd rather wrestle you in private, son.
Son of a bitch! I knew he'd get me somewhere, dude. He knows how to get me every time, dude.
We got to call Vince.
But here's the thing: I don't care if they see my butt crack, dude. I'm down 141 pounds. I'll show a butt crack.
I don't know, man. That's awesome.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'm working my ass off. It does suck balls, though. You like suck balls?
Love it.
Me too. Why don't we wrestle in the mud, bro?
Only out of his vever.
I fucking love this guy, dude. I'll never forget. I'll never forget calling Phil Billy. I'm like, here's what's going on. He's like, you want to blow your house up? I was like, no. He's like, don't do that then.
He didn't tell you, no, he just asked.
No, he's like, no, seriously, you want to blow your house up? I was like, no, I'm good. He's like, cool, don't do that then. And I was like, all right then. No, Phil Billy, I love you, buddy. I just wanted to fuck around with you for a minute.
Hell yeah, brother. I love you too, man.
All right, man. Hey, let's do a little mud cuddling. We won't even call it mud wrestling. We'll call.
No, he said we'll talk about.
He said we'll talk about.
So
we'll talk about it off air. We'll do a little mud cuddling.
That's where we got Big Easy to say.
Hey, it's a conversation going to happen, right?
Yeah. I mean, mud, KY, whatever you want, man. Fuck it.
Oh, now you want KY?
Whoa, guy. I'm definitely going to win if KY's in.
Now you know he loves you. He's offering KY.
This turned into a shit show. But hey, Phil, I love you, buddy.
Love you guys. Be good.
All right, man. See you soon, brother.
All right.
Later.
We got to call Vince. I got to challenge Ben.
All right, let me pee first. Keep chatting. Don't sit here like this.
Oh, so Tom's already dipped out. And you know what? John Bent said he watches us, but he has not been in here tonight.
He's a fucking liar.
Fucking John Bent.
That's it. We're going to challenge him. I'm challenging John Bent.
But it was said that he has to challenge Taylor.
Yeah, but me and John Bent are more at the same height.
You're right.
Taylor's a little short.
And anybody who wants to come to the table and fight the Sturg, come on.
They keep this up. It may be me and you mud wrestling, big guy.
Zip tie on your
Wait,
jeans?
now Phil's challenging you.
If John Bent's one, we're going to have to because I know you almost put me through the wall. And we do make some good sumo moves.
No, you don't.
Oh yeah, we did good sumo out here.
What happened when we lined up for football?
I about got put through the wall.
And what did I do?
You ran the other way and
Scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
or Peanut,
Goodbye.
your teammates on that night tried to say I was out of bounds. Was I?
Well, yeah, you're out of bounds.
How big's a football field?
You threw a damn chair in front of her.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't you like hit her knee or something like that?
Yeah, you about took her out.
Wow.
Am I worried about it? I scored a touchdown.
I think you should have shot the gap, bud. So I think.
And you were happy about it because you were my center.
Well, he was happy because he like almost put me through the wall, but pulled me back when it crashed.
He made a great play and opened a hole for me.
Are we keeping going? I think.
No, we're going. Let's call Ben. I got to challenge him.
I'm going to call John. Right
So you can't say I was out of bounds.
Bacon, you don't want to fight me, sweetheart.
Steph said you're out of
I'm a
bounds.
cuddler.
Okay. And everyone that loses said someone cheated.
Yeah, but I'm not going to argue with Steph. That's like,
So you're going to argue with Sturg and I?
yeah, you're a lot less scarier.
How many times has Steph bag tagged you?
Well,
I'd like to know the answer to that. I'm in.
None.
She's a tagger of all balls. Ball tagger.
What?
John, we're going to send you the link. Can you hop on with us?
I'm laying in bed.
Oh, that's fine.
Can you?
That's fine. I got a question,
sir.
John.
No, hold on. He's going to
John, hold on.
What?
check your Facebook and just join.
Can you just join us
I'm
for a
in
few minutes?
bed.
Get out of bed.
Dude, you can put the snack cakes down for 10 seconds.
All right, John.
Can you join or not?
Wait for him to join.
He's in bed. He's naked.
It doesn't matter.
Well, because I got
sleep naked.
no. Here's John. I got a snotty nose. I've been sick for a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow. You're nice.
Told you. John, so they're doing this.
Mud wrestling
We're going to do mud wrestling at Farm and Bottle.
for
For a
to
good
raise
cause.
money for a good cause.
Yeah, we don't know what it is yet, but we're going to raise money for something.
Easy backed out.
Easy backed out.
Phil
So
Billy backed out.
Phil Billy's a maybe.
He's a baby.
Phil Billy's a baby.
But I'm thinking me and you need to mud wrestle.
Do
Me and you.
Peanut and you.
Peanut and me mud wrestle?
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Be like sex, dude.
Yeah. It'll be like all
Uh-huh.
slippery and that.
It'd be the first time you got action this year.
Or last year. Are you in?
It's for a good cause. Nobody's going to get hurt. We're not going to kill each other or nothing. It's just going to be a friendly wrestle in mud.
In mud. Are you in?
In mud. Is this like just the way that Peanut can touch me type deal?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Legally touch you.
Legally touch
And we
me?
raise money for a good cause for something.
I don't have to dress him like no funny
No.
shit.
No, whatever you want.
Whatever you want, man.
Mm.
Mm,
Are you going to say no to a good cause?
I know you will say no to a good cause.
he won't.
Oh, look at him acting sick
That-
now.
I got
That
chest congestion.
definitely
So does
sounds
everybody
big.
else in our podcast. What do you want? Are you going to do it or not?
Well, all I can say is he better be ready to get his ass licked.
Oh!
Okay.
All right.
So
sounds
you're
good.
saying that you're going to do it.
As long as I ain't got to dress him
Uncle
with
Joey.
shit.
Uncle Joey, I'm on your team. You can tag me at any point.
No, I'm
You're
against
on his
Uncle
team.
Joey.
You're on his team.
No, it's me and you.
You and I versus each other?
No, you and I versus them.
Oh, dude, I've been waiting for this.
You know we're always tag teaming.
I'll tag team you.
Oh, God.
You and I will tag team John.
So you're saying that you and Peanut will do a side wrestling competition between two of you? Stop coughing like a bitch. Are you going to do it or not?
I said he better be ready to get his ass whooped.
Oh, yeah.
He's in.
Hung up on him.
We're
I
in.
hung up on him.
He's in.
Megan Clemens Jones said Josh would fight Sturg. I bet he would. He tried to dry hump my leg too. I'm sure of it.
Right, he came on that
Hey,
shit.
ask him if he's got a cigarette because I'd like one. Let me call Sean Rigsby again.
We got John. John's in.
We got one.
John's in for sure, dude.
I'm kind of
Sean's
glad.
in for
Phil
sure.
Billy would probably.
I'd love to wrestle with Phil Billy. You know how much funny that'd be?
Yeah,
Him and I just be rolling in the mud. Like
He'd be cracking jokes.
him and I got so much respect for each other. Even I'm surprised Big Easy said no.
Yeah, he just.
Hey, what up, bro?
I'll hear the comedy show. What's up?
Hey, listen, you're on the podcast real fast. I got something to ask you.
Ask away.
So we're doing a mud. First off, who you there at the comedy show with?
Let's get on with the questions.
Top secret.
Is it
No,
Uncle
he-
Joey?
He was probably listening when you asked Easy if he was at the funny
No,
bone.
I tried to call Uncle Joey. Is that why he didn't answer?
I'm assuming.
Thanks for the invite, dude. Thanks for the invite. But so here's the question. We're going to do a mud wrestling thing. Damon Beatty's going to put it on. It's for raising money for people. You want to do mud wrestling?
Who's putting it on?
Damon Beatty?
Damon Beatty.
Yeah.
When is
Far on the bottom.
I'm still confused why I wasn't invited to the comedy thing. But well, yeah, Damon Beatty.
Well, I've got another obligation there.
Yeah.
If that goes through.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll make it after the boxing fight or before. But have you seen papers from Matt Brown? I'm calling out Matt Brown. I'm calling bullshit. But if it doesn't pan out for you and Matt Brown, I'll fight Matt Brown in the parking lot. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
So let's send it out. Do you want to do the mud wrestling or not?
Fuck, I don't know. Not really. But I mean, we'll figure it out.
Tell your boyfriend. Hey, tell your boyfriend to give us a call.
Okay, well.
Hey, what? Who's the comedy person? Oh, he ended the call. Oh, is he mad?
Well, I got my match squared away. We're gonna have fun with this.
I'll call Matt Brown. I'll give.
No, call Uncle Joey again.
Yeah, call Uncle Joe. He'll answer now.
Okay.
Uncle Joey.
God, they must be fucking or something. They're with each other all the time now, bro. They're like, hey, we'll wear American Whiskey's gear and tell them, make it all blah blah blah.
It's American Moonshine. They changed.
American Moonshine. I apologize. Here's the question: were we playing nice?
What?
In Tennessee?
Or are we nice?
So we nice or not, baby?
Be nice.
Uncle Joey's fucking
Access T9.
No, I'll call this man.
Call his wife. That's his manager.
That's true. Hold on. Hey guys, is anybody still? We still got listeners. That's odd.
Yeah.
Hey boss, you're coming in early tomorrow, right?
Oh,
Yeah. I'll talk to your dad later.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I could probably get out of there about 10 o'clock, to be honest with you.
Sturg.
What? Oh yeah, I didn't.
Penn State's putting the whooping Notre Dame.
I got $45 on that game.
Hell yeah.
I prefer a straight win by Penn State.
First off, Chris, we said we were going to drink on Sip and Soft. We did not drink on Tuesday.
Or Wednesday.
Oh.
You made it a week. Yeah, you're right.
Let's have Fred and Chris wrestle each other.
Only call.
No, if he keeps making comments like that, I'm taking on Chris.
No, Chris wants to talk shit. I'll call him after I call my favorite brother.
Undisputed beef.
brother.
Well, he's used to it. His parents like his brother better too.
I got the best idea.
What?
We'll make Wes the ref.
Dude, that's not fair. He loves us.
If we started getting beat, he'd be like, stop. You guys are
I'm
cheating."
just curious. So Uncle Joey and Sean went to a comedy club, or Uncle Joey, his wife, went with Sean?
Is Sean the third wheel?
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking he's the third wheel, dude.
Levi always said he don't mind.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, let's see if Chris answers. I bet he does, dude.
Fred's internet's not working.
No, it is. He was being mean to us earlier.
Who Fred was?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he was. He's being grumpy. He's
He
like, "I
was
just
acting
shovel
like
snow.
he
I
didn't-
just shovel snow."
He was acting like he didn't see text, which he should have saw.
Oh, that's horrible.
Hello.
You're my new favorite brother.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Fred was being grumpy earlier with us.
Oh.
So you're
You're
now.
talking about his internet.
No,
No,
it was not about his internet, actually.
it wasn't. Listen, do you want to be a part of the mud wrestling with American Whiskey?
Mud wrestling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
At Farm to
it's to
Bottle.
raise good money. It's to raise money for people.
Yeah, at Farm to Bottle.
You're gonna be part of our crew.
We ain't got a cause yet, but we're gonna get one.
We're gonna get one, dude.
I'll let you know.
Oh no.
We need to
Are
know-
you in
We
or
need a
out?
definite.
If you can go a month without drinking.
No, stop. What are you talking about? I am
I will
helping
take
you
that
out.
challenge.
Like you're complaining about me drinking, I'm helping you out. He drank your bottle on the way here tonight.
Yeah, I'll take your challenge, but it's gonna cut in your profits.
No, never mind. You're right.
So
Money talks
nah,
and bullshit.
we're feeling great, dude. We took a few days off, but we're back at it.
No, I'm just about to wake you.
but,
I'm just giving you a hard time.
but that was kind of a dick move.
It was.
I did drink a bottle
I
of
was-
childcare on the way here, though.
I was being supportive.
That's not supportive.
It is.
Oh, it's not. Where's your brother at?
You're-
Can you text your brother and be
probably-
like, "Where you at?"
He's probably asleep.
Should I try to three-way him? Did that sound weird?
Sleep. He has to get up early.
Oh, poor baby. So do I.
You know we can't stay up late.
Dude, I was asleep at like 8 yesterday, so you can't say that.
It's okay. Hold on, Chris. We're gonna get him in here. Where was we? No, we're done with that. Never mind.
Yeah, we're on mud wrestling for a cause.
Are you in or not, Chris? We're calling your brother.
Did you add him back to the call?
Yeah, he's calling him right now. I'm calling him right now, dude.
No, I'm saying, did you add Chris back in?
How do I do that?
Hit merge call.
Are you there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm here.
I tried to call you.
He's asleep. What's
I
up?
know, but that isn't that stupid. He wanted to get shitty with me tonight, and I'm like,
He's old.
We're old. You gotta understand it.
yeah, but you're awake.
Well, I thought I was laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep.
Are you laying with the old lady?
She's at work.
She's working.
No, she's in the living room.
She's like,
All
I'm
right,
not,
Chris, I'm gonna
she
call
said,
your old lady.
I'm
Goodbye.
not going to bed until he
I
falls
hung up on
asleep.
Chris. I don't have his old lady's number. I fucked up. I need his.
It's probably in the group
Don't
chat.
you fucking. You should get you something cold, dude.
Okay, but we really got to work on this.
What?
Mud wrestling thing. We gotta make this.
Who else you want me to call?
Dude, we gotta find a
Oh,
call.
I know who to call. John Bentz again.
Don't call him. He's asleep.
Fuck
Let
John.
him sleep.
He's fucking
He
fine,
done
dude.
challenged us. We got a challenge.
I want to
weekend.
get this straight, dude. I got to work out the gimmicks, dude.
He's like, what?
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 What do you want? Where did Gordon Shineman go?
He had to go.
He had to get it.
I love that guy.
Your
Hey.
call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 740416389.
Okay, man.
He ain't answer. He done put you on private. Okay, we got it. Wes could be the referee.
Let me call Wes.
Megan could be the number girl that runs the number around the ring per match or whatever. Josh could bring us drinks. Who we gonna call now? It's getting late.
What?
It's getting late.
John's
We're
gonna pick up
forgetting
the
it ain't
go to bed.
Friday. It's Sturg.
I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll make your son do everything I don't do tomorrow.
Wow.
That's good.
Dude, I'll be
But,
there.
hey.
I'll be at work tomorrow before you even at school.
But the only solid we got,
6.
the only solid match we got so far is me and John. You got a maybe out of Philbilly, so
Damon Beatty's there. Damon, are you still in here?
he don't went to bed too.
Damon, are you here?
It's like hell if you guys.
Wait,
I'm
I was
going
going
to
to call
bed.
Wes real quick, wasn't I?
Wes is probably asleep.
No, he's. Let me call Josh then. You're probably right.
Yeah, call Josh. Call
Wait a
Megan.
minute. Did Wes? Hold on. What's the laugh for? Hold on. She brought me back to what I needed to do. Wes Jones. Oh, no, Megan. I'm calling him right now.
What's up?
Wesley. What are you doing?
Nothing.
No, what do you mean nothing? What are you fucking doing right
You
now?
got to be doing something, brother.
I'm just saying a country song saying Mud Digger.
I knew it was
Oh,
fucking
it had to
mud digger,
be
but
Ah, them mud diggers.
speaking of mud, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you want to join American Whiskey at Far in the Bottle for mud wrestling?
What?
Do you, Wes, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Listen to me, boy. Are you ready?
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm ready.
Do you remember Farm to Bottle Festival?
Yes.
Do you want to join American and Whiskey for mud wrestling?
Mud wrestling?
Mud wrestling, Bubba. We're going to be like WWE.
It's like mud digging, but we're doing
And we're going
ourselves.
to kick some fucking ass, Wes. Do you want to be a part of our crew?
Yes, I would.
Hell yeah.
Is Mama okay with it? Ask Mom. Ask Mom. Is Mom good with it? Ask Mama. Is Mama, can I mud wrestle with American Whiskey? What's up, April?
That will work.
No, ask Mama. Did you ask her?
I'm doing it right now.
Do it right now, Bubba. Right now. Where's she at?
She's in bed.
She's right here.
Am I on speakerphone?
Yeah, you on speakerphone.
Yeah, put me on speakerphone.
You ask her, Wes.
Hey, Meg. So ask Megan, your mama. Say, Mama, can I mud wrestle
I do mud wrestling
with American Whiskey
and American whiskey.
against everyone else?
You just have to wear your sling guard.
No.
Hey, listen. Tell Mama we got your back.
You don't want to fight?
No.
You don't want to mud wrestle with Dylan and Peanut and Sturg?
I just beat Dylan.
No, listen. You're on our team. We're not going to wrestle each
It's
other.
teams, Wes.
You're
Yeah.
on our team. We're going to wrestle. Wait, time out. Let me think about it. Sorry, still talking and uncuts fucking pussies, so they won't be there. But there's other people that'll be there. Do you want to do it with us? You're on our team, buddy.
No, I'm not feeling it.
You want to be referee?
No, time out.
Wes.
No, Wes. We're not going to let nothing happen to you, buddy. You got to be on our team for mud wrestling, buddy. We're getting T-shirts made.
Oh, I do T-shirt.
You have to be on our team,
But
though.
you have to be on our team. Do you want to be on our team?
Yes, for now.
He could
No.
be our coach.
No.
Time out.
He could be our coach.
Time out. John Bentz is probably going to be on it too. We've
Actually,
also
I'm
got
facing
Gordon.
John
I'll be your
Bench.
coach. I'll be your coach.
And
gonna be
Gordon
our
Schneiderman's probably on it.
He's
But
gonna be
how-
our coach.
Wes, we can't win without you, bud.
Buddy,
That's why
we
he's
need you on
coaching.
we need you on our team, Wesley. Can
He's
you
our
be on
coach.
can you be on our team, Wesley?
Yes, I would. I'll be there. I'll be Dylan coach.
No, you're gonna be a wrestler.
Oh God.
No,
Now you got this, Wes. You got it, buddy.
Dylan, talk to him.
Wes, buddy.
I want to win. Like to win.
Yeah, we want to win, Wes.
What are you talking about, Damon? He's not Moonshine Militia.
Hey, Wes, I got to
Hold on. Do you want to be on Moonshine Militia's team or American Whiskeys?
I want American whiskey better.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye, Damon. Goodbye.
Bye, Damon.
Hey, Wes.
Sweetheart.
Wesley.
Am I here?
Okay, buddy. Hey, it's Peanut. I am facing John Bentz. Who do you think's going to win, me or John?
Peanut.
Hell yeah.
But to be honest, hey, John Bentz is on American Whiskey, though.
I know, but we got to wrestle.
But here's the thing, Damon, we traveled all the way over to Tennessee. We love Wes. We love his family. We know you guys do too. It's just going to be a good cause, right?
How about me? By John Ben.
Wes is our boy, though.
Wes wants me and him to tag team John Bentz.
I'm in. I'm in to film it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'll be honest. What is Damon is here? Damon. I know Damon's here, Mark. What do you mean? Wow. You want in here, Mark?
Damon, you think you have a ringer? We have Wes.
What's a ringer?
Like someone's going to bring it in at the end.
Okay, here's the deal. Get all my boys. Here's the deal. Damon, I'm going to give you some right now. Take all my boys, put them in the sideline, put them some popcorn, give them a couple cold beers. Let me get inside of there. I don't give a fuck if he's a 4-time Northeast Mud Wrestling champion. I'm going to fuck them all up. I don't need my boys to get into it. I don't need my boys to get involved. I don't need none of them motherfuckers do a fucking thing because you don't know a thing about me. So let's fucking wrestle. Let's wrestle, my guy.
We just
you want to raise money? Hey, how many guys you got? How many guys? I'll knock them all out.
I don't think mud wrestling's for knockouts.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, but we don't knock out mud wrestling.
What's okra? I love okra, Mark. No, I was confused. What are you doing, Damon? What a 4-time mud wrestling champion? It sounds like somebody's getting knocked out. It ain't gonna be me.
It won't be you.
I know for a fact it won't be me.
Oh, so Damon's a 4-time mud wrestling champion.
Damon, Damon, you want to hop on it? I don't hurt women, so she'll probably will win.
Off for this.
No, you're right, Damon. If you're putting a woman in the mud wrestling, you're right.
I'll be here up.
Oh,
Wes said he got her, Damon.
Hey, I will hit a lady, but Wes will hell, boy. I don't give a fuck.
Get her, Wes.
Wes will wrestle.
Damon, I'm not gonna wrestle a woman, man.
Hey, Wes, I got a question for you.
That's weird.
Yeah, Darren.
Have you ever met a woman you couldn't take out?
I take out 100 ladies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
I do love my girlfriend, Carly.
Damon, how about you and I, Damon, in a mud wrestling cuddle?
That's a big old bear.
It is.
I love that guy. Damon, Betty. What is it?
Beatty.
Betty. I love you, Betty.
Betty Boop.
So is Mark Morgan going to wrestle too?
Tip to tip.
Yep.
Bro, I got an 11-inch cock. You want to do that?
I'll tip to tip.
I don't think you do, man.
He'll dock your ass.
I fucking threw my wife's neck out the other night. I don't think you want to do it. Am I wrong?
Hold on.
That's what you said.
Levi, will you tag our sponsor, Blue Chew?
Blue Chew. Tag Blue Chew. Sorry, what's up, Wesley? What?
Only Dylan. Don't make sure.
What?
I'm just kidding, Dylan.
I'm confused.
Hey, Dylan, how about Me, the peanut, ladies, and John Ben.
That's not fair.
It's not fair.
That's not fair because you added ladies to it. John doesn't get the ladies.
No, wait, John. Once John see ladies, he just fucking hunkers up, dude. Like,
Yeah, big sis, do that. We'll keep my favorite dog.
Okay, who's taking on Josh Jones?
I am.
You taking on Josh?
Yeah, he told me he wants to do me.
Are you going to wear a wig?
Wesley,
What?
Wesley said his mommy is taking on Josh.
Oh,
Time out, but Josh Jones said he wanted to take me on.
He did, but we can switch it up.
You don't want to switch it up with me, girl.
All right, don't buy Wes.
Okay, man.
no, man.
You ain't gonna Megan. You ain't fighting.
I want to get Jamie in here and get her down.
No, it's time to go to bed. Tell them good night.
Wait, who's Jamie?
His sister.
Martha.
That's the one that was in the Gatlinburg,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She was nice. I liked her. She was actually
She was nice.
Yeah.
Can your mom hear me?
Yes.
Megan, is he allowed to be involved in mud wrestling?
I don't care. Honestly, like the actual wrestling, he can't do because he has to have a spleen guard.
Yeah,
so.
but we have his back on that.
I know, but he can't. Like, if a spleen ruptures, he could die.
It's not gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. It's just for fun.
I bet you no one even touches him.
Nobody's gonna even fucking touch him. That's you already know that ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
How about my truck to be there?
Yeah, he'd rather go like.
He wants to do mud
Sure.
truck. Hey, you want to get Mud Digger there?
Yeah.
All right, I promise you this.
We're gonna
work
message
on,
him.
We'll work on Mud Digger being at the Farm to Bottle. I promise you.
I like that one better.
I know the stage man for Mud Diggers.
Yeah, but Wes has got to go to bed now.
All right, Wes got to go to bed, but I'm gonna get Mud Digger there, bro. I promise you. All right. How about we get Mud Digger on for an interview, and you can help us with the interview before Farm to Bottle.
Good choice. That Peanut call me later tomorrow morning.
All right, bro.
All right, buddy. Good
sounds
night, buddy.
man. Hey, Wes, sleep good tonight, okay, brother? We love you, buddy.
Love you, Wes.
Love ya.
Love you. Bye.
Play it.
Always a fun
Was
time.
mom getting mad?
I think she doesn't like us.
Was mom?
We are working on midget wrestling Farm to Bottle.
That ain't gonna be that ain't
perfect.
shit.
I'm in like Flint, man.
Jason, I'm gonna get a hold of Mud Diggers to be there. I know the front man. Can we make that happen? If I get them in there, can we get them there? This is for Wes Jones, baby.
Yeah, if we can make it happen.
I mean, you got me and John Bench wrestling. I mean, that's kind of like midget wrestling.
Nobody will be there. You'll have to be an opening act.
We got it.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be the opening act. Look. No. Phil Billy. You said, I won't do that. I guarantee I
Phil
need-
Billy's on a maybe. He's on a maybe. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
He went from no to maybe.
He said no to we'll talk about it.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, dude. Oh, so what, are we done? Are we gonna keep going?
I think we have.
Yeah, we've already been going for over 2 hours. No.
We need to got to close her down a little bit. Everybody's going to sleep.
What?
Down to it.
Yeah.
Sean Adams. We had other people before. Who's Shonda Adams? Hey, Shonda. How you doing? What's that mean, sweetheart? I know, but
I'm a little person.
No, there's never been midgets there.
Chris, we
Have a
love
good
you.
night, Chris.
Shonda, follow us on Facebook if you haven't. All right, as always, I'm Big Sturg.
I'm Justice League.
And I'm the Peanut.
And we are
American Whiskey.
Shut us off.